Hi everyone, today I will be talking to you all about the ethnophysiology of menstruation.
So to start off, what is ethnophysiology? Well, ethnophysiology, which is also known as ethnoanatomy, is a cultural notion of structures and functions of the human body, which is also what we talked about at the beginning of the semester. I will also be discussing about menstrual hygiene management, the negative language surrounding menstruation and menstrual blood, and what menstruation may cause to people. My first article within the literature review discusses research done on women in three areas of Durban. From this research, it was noted that there was a social taboo surrounding mothers explaining menstruation to their daughters, leading to much surprise later on. The ethnophysiological explanation given was that the body must regularly shed the dirty blood, or that dirty blood will build up and cause an illness. Furthermore, dirty blood must leave the body to clean the womb so that they can be fertile. Issues surrounding shame when menstruating have led women to stressful precautions. On the left, you can see it as a bin. Within that bin are disposable sanitary pads. They are locked up tight so nothing and no one can see them, or else it will bring shame upon that woman. The next article discusses ethnophysiological perceptions of menstruation in terms of both anatomical and mythological senses. One explanation being that the moon takes advantage of the girl before a man, which is why they get their period. Another explanation is that one being that the blood can no longer cycle through the body, and that blood is collected in that stomach, and it releases each month so that the woman can become pregnant. So strong nature states that woman has a strong flow, in which case it's getting rid of all of the impurities within the body, and then she is more likely to be ready for pregnancy than a woman with a weaker flow. So with a woman with a weaker flow would probably be known to not get pregnant as easily. The third article within my literature review discusses 3 frameworks that influence contemporary Taiwan women in Taiwan. Within interpretations of menstruation, Western biomedicine and traditional Chinese medicine view menstruation as a sign of health and fertility within a woman. It is also believed among many women that if their menstrual blood becomes in contact with a person who potentially can talk to God, like a priest or someone like that, they will no longer be able to do so for a time due to those pollutants. Thus, women tend to avoid temples while menstruating, even today. It is seen as a poison to men and a source of shame upon women. Thus, they try to conceal menstruation with dark and baggy clothing. This article further says that menstruation is a sign of pollution and even an absence of pregnancy, which is almost like saying that it's a failure on the woman's end to become pregnant. Thus, there is a negative association related with menstruation. It is also a taboo for menstruating women to be in contact with others. Thus, there are aversions to cooking meals for others, and physical seclusion is also included. The seclusion portion is an older practice, but some women still do today in the village that is within this research article. The final article within my literature review goes over Emily Martin's book, The Woman in the Body, in which she calls out the issues with so-called neutral terminology within medical textbooks that is in association with women's bodily functions. There it says that there's an association to decay and decline as a neutral scientific term, which it is not. There's also factory comparison, thus menstruating women can be seen as a failure for not producing a child. And there's also evidence that there can be neutral terminology, like the comparison example seen on the last bullet point of the slide. So, furthermore, the study aims of this project are understanding the language surrounding menstruation cross-culturally and how it is used within the ethnophysiological explanations of disease causation. The 5 cultural groups collected from the research from the DH Raft include the Wolia group from the Micronesia in the Oceania region, the San group from Southern Africa, the Malayas group from Southeast Asia, the Puerto Ricans from the Caribbean, and the Canela group from Eastern South America. The first culture that we are looking at is the Wolia group from Micronesia in the Oceania region. It is custom for women to go into a secluded hut and prepare and eat their food separately from others in order to not contaminate them. It will also cause a man to lose all of his hair, have perpetual stomach pains, and potentially even become demented if her menstrual blood comes in contact with the man. Thus, from this we can understand that menstrual blood is seen as a type of poison to the men. This is thus a naturalistic etiological explanation. The next group are the San from the southern African region. Here it was mentioned that if a woman breaks certain taboos, like letting menstrual blood fall on the ground, that it will provoke monsters from the underworld to come to the surface and harm people. Some of those harms could be spreading disease, making people go blind, or even murder, or thus them killing the people. With this incorporation of otherworldly figures, this theory of disease is personalistic, while further perpetuating this idea that menstrual blood is a polluted mechanism. The Malayas from Southeast Asia have the view that if a man comes in contact with menstrual blood, it will cause leprosy. This is a more naturalistic etiological explanation due to the nature of contact, but nonetheless, it still is seen that this menstruation is seen as a sort of poison to others. The Puerto Rican group explains how menstrual blood can cause illness upon a man if he drinks something with 3 drops of a woman's menstrual blood in it. From this, he will eventually die, and this is an association with a woman who is using witchcraft, and is basically taking revenge upon a man who does not love her, which gives off a more personalistic etiological explanation for that illness. The final group I will be discussing about is the Canela from the eastern South America, around the Amazon region. It was stated that if a man encounters a woman's menstrual blood, he will be immediately infected with its pollutants and have headaches and more. The woman in this who is menstruating is not harmed, and neither are her children. Only her husband and any other person that comes in contact with her can be harmed. This is a more naturalistic explanation of etiology, but nonetheless it still expresses how menstrual blood is a source of pollution for other people.
Overall, there's a general cross-cultural belief that menstruation and menstrual blood is unclean, and further causes embarrassment or in some cases shame within a woman when she is menstruating. The function being that women need to let go of this menstrual blood on a monthly basis in order to expel any impurities within the body. The negative language associated with menstruation and menstrual blood in both the literature review and the HRF cultures provides evidence of the general idea that menstruation is a pollutant of some kind. Breaking menstruation taboos can lead to illness and potentially death in some cultures, and this can be caused from perceived poor hygiene habits like letting blood drop on the ground and more, leading to some practices that are seen in all of the culture groups where the women should not be in contact with others or else it will cause them to be infected with the menstrual impurities and make them ill.